Good morning. That's really hot. We got this new microwave, like a smaller one, and it's not as powerful as the big one we used to have. So, still figuring out exactly how long you have to microwave a cup of coffee to get it hot, but not lava hot. Hello, welcome to Freestyle Friday. The feedback may or may not happen. Today it is going to. The freaky part has become kind of rare because there really aren't that many freaky cars to show. So the name of these Friday videos is going to stabilize and regularly be called Freestyle Friday. And if we throw some of that other stuff in there, okay. But the point is, I'm just going to kind of do miscellaneous stuff because like a catch-up day, if you will. So let's do some Ignition Archive ads first. Starting with this Dragon Wagon in purple. Not much to say about that. It's a drag strip radio flyer type wagon with a wing and a big engine. Maybe it's a go-kart type engine. I don't know. Looks smallish. Some of that might be more like a go-kart wagon, and maybe kids. But this is in the ride-ons. Yeah, this is in the ride-on series, so you can get one of those Mega Blocks figures and sit them in there, and I don't know, maybe run them down an orange track or something to see who's fastest. I think this is the only color for this year. It's coming red and blue and a yellow treasure hunt and blah blah blah. I don't collect these, and that's going to the archive. The Supercharged, which seems like it's been around a long time. It's sort of a fantasy. I guess it's electric if it's supercharged. An electric, yeah, it says right there, HWEV. So it's an electric vehicle, and it's like a electric funny car. I don't know. Do they exist? I don't know. But as far as the supercharged goes, this paint scheme, this color scheme, colorway, is pretty cool. I like it. I like fluorescent colors on black and white. Really pops. It'd be cooler if it had a lifting body like the old funny cars did, but that's too expensive. And I like the clear dome. So pretty cool. As far as supercharged goes, this one is pretty neat looking. That's going to the archive. And then this super popular car this year. I don't know why. It's not a debut, and it's not the 80 or the 72. It's just a Chevy El Camino. So I guess Hot Wheels makes at least 3 El Camino models. This one is going to the archive. I collect a couple Chevy trucks, and I have a Chevy truck box. Maybe I should grab some El Caminos, but there's so damn many. Like I said, there's the 72, and there's the 80, and then there's this one, which is kind of non-specific. And I talked about this before in the Fast and Furious, like the Orange Card Silver Series. There's an El Camino, I guess it's from one of the movies, and it's covered with like a welded pipe cage for some scene in the movie. But that cage pops off, and there's a matte black El Camino underneath it. I don't think it's the same one. This is pretty lowered. I don't think that one's lowered. But I might check that out. I don't know, maybe if I see them on clearance or something, I'll grab one of those. But maybe you can tell me if you have one. I have had one, and I pulled it off. That's how I know. But I sold it or gave it away or something. So if you have one, pop that cage off and compare it to this, and let me know if it's the same exact casting. So those are the archive ads. Now I'm going to show you some stuff that I got this week. I bought this one, and I don't collect Impalas, but I do have like a GM car box, and I just felt for that color. I mean, a lavender Impala, a premium. Shit, yeah. So I got the knife here. This has not been split ahead of time. We're opening it live on camera. Oh, I almost cut the card there. Hold on. There we go. Pull it out. Very nice. So, while I don't collect Impalas, this is the second one. I collected that root beer brown one from this year too because it was just so cool looking. I couldn't not keep one. So I might wind up with a few Impalas, even though I don't collect them. And then I got a box from William Wilkinson, with some trade stuff. Here is a surf crate. And it's got a little bit of wheel issue. Oh, it's got some wear, but for my personal collection, I'm not super picky, and this is the type with the non-removable surfboard. So I can probably straighten those wheels, and this will be a good stand-in for now. No problem. And then 2 neon speeders. I said, I did find this whole set at the Blue Hole a couple days ago, and they're all sold. I never found this one. And apparently this one is hot because it has a metal base. So let's open that real quick. And there is the Neon Speeders BMW 2002 with the metal base. Pretty heavy. It's only Silver Series, so no real riders. But I definitely wanted this, and I did not find it. So thanks, Bill. And I did find 2 of these, but I sold them because I knew Bill was sending me this one. So I got the Porsche 934 Turbo RSR. What's RSR stand for? Do you know? Wow, that looks even better out of the package. This Walmart everyday low prices, low price leader, whatever their slogan is, wheels, but if you ignore it, you don't really see it. I dig it. Thanks, Bill. And here's a couple other stuff. Hold on, let me pause because I gotta clean up this desk. So, also a couple days ago, I found and bought this 20-pack. Why did I buy it? Because of that Porsche right there. I think it was Bill. Yeah, it was Bill Wilkinson. Told me that there was a 71 Porsche 911 in a multi-pack. And there is. Someone posted a video just last night. So that got me looking, and then I noticed this one, which I do not have. So here's another. I guess it's not an exclusive. I don't know. I haven't really looked it up, but it's a GT2. So I'm going to keep that. I'll probably keep the Beetle, and everything else I already have. I just got an orange NSX. I have that Supra, and I have these 2 exclusives. So a lot of this will be for sale. That goddamn stalker is going to be given to charity. And oh, I don't know if I kept one of those or not. I think that's a McLaren P1 in gold. I don't believe I kept one of those. So about 3 keepers. That's a cool purple 32 Ford. I don't collect those anymore, but pretty cool. And that's the Ollie rocket. This was a Make-A-Wish Foundation car designed by a little boy that survives cancer. And his Make-A-Wish Foundation wish was to design a Hot Wheels, I guess. And so he collaborated with Mattel, and that's actually his car. Pretty cool. Very cool car. I don't collect them myself, but major respect. And there's a Lambo up there. can't remember what it is, but I already have the exact same one. But pretty cool 20 back. So there's that. On to the questions. What is the next thing you're planning to or considering getting all of? Great question, because I had just decided, well, I've been talking about the surf crate for a while. So let me show you the surf crates that I have. Not very many. So this one, I decided to collect aggressively surf crates before that question came in. And just ignore those. Those are other open wheel cars. So there's some in here. There's 3 castings and casting, like the first, or 3 toolings. There's 3 toolings. So the first tooling had the removable surfboard. So we'll probably, I'm going to put them all in the same box for now, but there's so many that I think I'll probably have one box for the first tooling, and then another box for the second and third tooling, which have the non-removable surfboard. But I don't have very many, and I need to get on that. The inspiration was that pink treasure hunt one, which I kind of liked. I've sold the couple that came my way, but now I'm wishing that I hadn't, because I like that car a lot. But as far as the next one, it's the King Cuda. I decided like the day after this question came in that the King Cuda is a super cool casting, and I gotta have it. So a little bit of history. The King Cuda was originally released in 1970, and only in 1970. So that's considered the first tooling. And then there was this 100% Hot Wheels one that came out in 1998, which I would assume that's a new tooling, like a second tooling. But the second or current tooling has been around since like 2002, I think. So I have 2, 4. I only have 6 of those. Yeah, the rest of this box is empty. So only 6. And the early ones were all like convention cars and RLC cars. So those are going to be my initial focus. And then hopefully I'll fill this box up with the second tooling of the King Cuda. So the answer to that is the King Cuda second tooling. I'm going to grab as many of those as I can possibly find. What do you wish Hot Wheels would make that they have never made? That was a tough question, because everything that I could imagine has been cast. And there were a couple I came up with, but Matchbox makes them, like the MGB GT. Matchbox makes it. The Mark 1 MR2. Matchbox makes it, both in a left-hand drive and a right-hand drive in numerous colors. So I guess it would be cool if Hot Wheels made those, but we have the Matchbox. So what I came up with is that Dodge concept car, I think it's called the MS4 or M4S, that they used in the movie The Wraith. And it's never been cast by either Hot Wheels, Matchbox, or any other company. And it would just be kind of a footnote in history with a concept that was never produced, except for that movie. There's a Dodge whatever Interceptor that factors in pretty heavily, and it looks really rad. It was, for as long ago that it was made, it looks pretty cool. It was like a pretty small engine too, like a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder that was turboed. But for the time, it was pretty fast and really cool. So I wish they would make that. I wish someone would make that, because I would definitely buy it and put it in my like supercars or concept box. How many fantasy cars do you collect? I didn't count them all, but I'll tell you a couple of them. Because of this question this morning, I went through, and there's between makes, models, and specific castings, there's 81 collecting threads that I have going on, and none of them are complete. Well, a couple of the specific castings are current, like the Time of Taxi, and I guess that's the only one, because the Unimog is complete except for the Hot Wheels ID one. That's really hard, really expensive, because it sank in the ocean, or they didn't make very many, something like that. So the fantasy castings that I collect, and I'm gonna look around, the Time of Taxi and the Time Shifter are both fantasy cars, and I do collect those. The Bone Shaker, you consider a fantasy car. I guess that's my own hair. It looked like the shirt had hair on it, but it's my hair. The Max Steel and the Mod Rod, I have a box that I keep whenever those come along. I throw them in there. Those are fantasy cars. The Big Air Bel Air, it could very well happen, but technically it's a fantasy car, so I collect those. I think that's it. Everything else is pretty much... Oh, wait. The Surf and School Bus. Dave B got me set up with a few of those. So I started collecting them and got distracted and need to get back on that. I think that's it as far as fantasy cars. But I have my hands full because, like I said, 81 collecting threads. It's like I'm focus on one for one day, focus on another one for a couple days, and it's like nothing ever gets completed. But the King Cuda and the Surf Crate, I'm going to make progress, and I'm going to show you all the progress that I'm making. So I'm going to cut there just to keep this video somewhat short. But tomorrow, two bulletins about Ignition Diecast. Last night I stocked some new stuff after 6 p.m., but that's kind of an inconvenient time. After 7 p.m. is the new policy. So at 7 p.m. to about 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, I'll put whatever I found or came in via shipment for new inventory in stock at that time, so everyone has a fair shake. And you should be out of your car by then. If you're still in the car after 7 p.m., I'm sorry. And the other thing was all of the loose 2024 cars are clearance priced at 89 cents still, because we have so many of them that they just got to go. I need to reduce the volume of those cars. And what was I saying? Oh, tomorrow is Slack-ass Saturday. So I'm just going to kind of wing it and not open anything, just show you whatever. Just be a slack ass. Bye-bye.